His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, in the presence of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, received at Sakhir Palace senior members of the royal family who came to greet His Majesty on the occasion of the 25th anniversary of the National Action Charter. Everyone offered their sincere congratulations and best wishes to His Majesty the King on the occasion, expressing their great pride and appreciation for the achievements of Bahrain thanks to His Majesty's leadership and sound approach, which has led to the pioneering achievements in all fields, marking and making Bahrain assume high and advanced position among other countries. They highly appreciated His Majesty's role and blessed efforts to develop Bahrain's relations with other friendly countries and in consolidating its honorable positions in international forums and strengthening its leading role in the Arab and international arenas. They prayed to Allah the Almighty to protect His Majesty and grant him success and guidance, and to bless him with continued health and happiness to continue leading the kingdom's blessed march of progress during his prosperous era. At the beginning of the reception, His Majesty welcomed everyone and exchanged congratulations on the occasion, thanking them for their noble patriotic sentiments and kind wishes. His Majesty said that the anniversary of the vote on the NAC marks a promising start to the comprehensive modernization of state institutions and constitutional authorities, and came in response to the aspirations of the Bahraini people with unprecedented unanimity as they took proud stand that embodies the authentic Bahraini identity and its aspiration for development and civilizational progress. His Majesty wished everyone many happy returns and wished them good health and happiness on the national anniversary, and wished Bahrain and its people continued security, progress and prosperity. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, in the presence of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, received at Sakhir Palace the Speaker of the Council of Representatives Ahmed bin Salman Al Msallam and Chairman of the Shura Council Ali bin Saleh Al Saleh, and the Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Judicial Council and President of the Court of Cassation Sheikh Khalid bin Ali bin Abdullah Al Khalifa. They conveyed to His Majesty their sincerest congratulations and best wishes on the occasion of the 25th anniversary of the National Action Charter, praising the remarkable civilizational progress and comprehensive developmental achievements attained by Bahrain during His Majesty's reign. They also commended the kingdom's distinguished reputation and standing among brotherly and friendly countries, which have been realized under His Majesty's leadership. His Majesty reciprocated the congratulations, thanking them for their sentiments. He commended the legislative authorities' achievements in developing laws that meet citizens' aspirations, its contributions to development and modernization, and its role in safeguarding national gains. He highlighted the judiciary's vital role in upholding justice, equality, rights, and freedom, and praised the fruitful cooperation between the executive and legislative branches to advance the nation's prosperity. His Majesty said that the NAC remains a guiding light for Bahrain's progress, building on achievements in all fields. He expressed pride in Bahrain's contributions to development, their values of unity, cohesion, openness and culture, and successful model of coexistence, tolerance, moderation and pluralism. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, in the presence of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the personal representative of His Majesty the King, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the First Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and the Minister of Royal Court, Sheikh Khalid bin Ahmed Al Khalifa, received at Sakhir Palace journalist Sousan al-Sha'ir. Al-Sha'ir had the honor of presenting His Majesty with the first copy of the book Isa al-Kabir, the Builder of the Modern State, which was published to coincide with His Majesty's royal decree that this year be named the Year of Isa al-Kabir, in celebration of the builder of the modern state and leader of the Renaissance of the history of Bahrain, His Highness Isa al-Kabir, ruler of Bahrain and its dependencies, as well as Bahrain's celebration of the 25th anniversary of the NAC. Al-Sha'ir briefed His Majesty on the book, which highlighted the biography of His Highness Isa al-Kabir, the building of the modern state, and the achievements made during his prosperous era. During the reception, His Majesty thanked Al-Sha'ir for her commendable national efforts in producing this valuable and distinguished publication, and also acknowledged all the national efforts that contributed to this preparation and publication. He recalled the march of the founding leader of the modern state and the great values he embodied, as his name is associated with the establishment of the legal and civil institutions that are a source of pride. He expressed pride in the achievements of this great figure, which blessed Bahrain at that time and subsequent generations to this day with political stability, security, and economic prosperity, as he established a modern, developed, and civilized state with a unique national identity in its region ahead of its time in both terms, time, and place. His Majesty said that we owe it to the great man to pause and reflect on the historical area in which he ruled, and to try to understand this figure who was ahead of his time in terms of thought, awareness, and perception. His Majesty noted that despite the scattered research written about this great leader, it is believed that he has not yet been given his due recognition, so that the current generations may understand and sacrifice an effort made to bring Bahrain to where it is today and to preserve its sovereignty and independence despite all challenges. He said that it was not easy and that the sacrifices made for these noble goals deserve to be immortalized and studied by generations to come. His Majesty affirmed his pride in the great role played by the founding fathers of the nation throughout successive eras, who laid the foundations for the modern state and its development and stability. His Majesty prayed to Allah Almighty to protect the homeland and maintain its glory, progress, and prosperity. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa patronized the Ministry of Education's celebration of the 2026 National Action Charter anniversary at the National Charter Monument. Upon His Majesty's arrival, the Minister of Education, Dr. Muhammad bin Mubarak Jum'ah, and ministry officials received him. The Minister welcomed His Majesty, as did participating students from public and private schools across the kingdom, with cheers.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سيدي حضرة صاحب الجلالة الملك حمد بن عيسى آل خليفة ملك البلاد المعظم، حفظكم الله ورعاكم. نحن نقف اليوم أمام واحدة من أهم إنجازاتكم والتي حفرت في ذاكرة الوطن، لنحتفي معاً بذكرى ميثاق العمل الوطني، والذي شكل نقطة تحول في مسيرة وطننا الغالي، ورسخ قيم الوحدة والتكاتف والالتفاف حول قيادة حكيمة عبرت بنا نحو مستقبل مشرق مزدهر. ويأتي هذا الاحتفال بالتزامن مع توجيهات جلالة الملك المعظم بأن يكون هذا العام هو عام عيسى الكبير، طيب الله ثراه. وخير ما نبدأ به حفلنا هذا آيات عطرة من القرآن الكريم يتلوها على مسامعكم الطالب عبد الله زبير حسن من مدرسة الشيخ عبد العزيز بن محمد الثانوية للبنين.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار والفلك التي تجري في البحر بما ينفع الناس وما أنزل الله من السماء من ماء فأحيا به الأرض بعد موتها وبث فيها من كل دابة وتصريف الرياح والسحاب المسخر بين السماء والأرض لآيات لقوم يعقلون. صدق الله العظيم.
جاء الميثاق وعداً صادقاً بالمستقبل، وجسراً متيناً يربط الماضي العريق بالحاضر المزدهر، ليجسد أسمى معاني الانتماء والولاء بين أبناء بحريننا الغالية. سيدي حضرة صاحب الجلالة، لقد جاء أبناؤكم اليوم من جميع مدارس مملكة البحرين، وقلوبهم تفيض بمشاعر صادقة، يغزلون الحروف عشقا ويصيغون اللحن حبا، ليشكلوا لوحة وطنية تنبض بالحياة. والآن مع كلمة سعادة الدكتور محمد بن مبارك جمعة وزير التربية والتعليم الموقر، فليتفضل مشكورا.
استأذن جلالتكم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سيدي حضرة صاحب الجلالة الملك حمد بن عيسى آل خليفة ملك البلاد المعظم، حفظكم الله ورعاكم. أصحاب السمو والمعالي والسعادة، الأفاضل والفاضلات من منتسبي قطاع التعليم، أبنائي وبناتي طلاب وطالبات مدارس مملكة البحرين، الحضور الكرام، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يشرفني يا صاحب الجلالة أن أرفع إلى مقامكم السامي أسمى عبارات التهاني والتبريكات في الذكرى 25 لميثاق العمل الوطني، معبراً عن كل الشكر والامتنان على تفضل جلالتكم حفظكم الله ورعاكم بالرعاية السنوية الكريمة لهذه الاحتفالية الطلابية التي تنفذها وزارة التربية والتعليم، احتفاءً بذكرى ميثاق العمل الوطني، وتتخذ من هذا الصرح التاريخي في رحابكم الكريم موقعاً دائماً لها، حيث تتزامن احتفالية هذا العام مع عام عيسى الكبير إنفاذاً لتوجيهات جلالتكم السديدة. سيدي صاحب الجلالة، تتشرف وزارة التربية والتعليم وجميع منتسبيها بتنفيذ توجيهات جلالتكم المعظم التي تؤكد على ترسيخ مفاهيم وقيم ميثاق العمل الوطني في المناهج الدراسية وفي الخطط والبرامج التعليمية، لتكون جزءاً أساسياً في تنشئة أبنائكم وبناتكم منتسبي المؤسسات التعليمية. وانطلاقاً من توجيهات سيدي صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير سلمان بن حمد آل خليفة ولي العهد رئيس مجلس الوزراء حفظه الله، بوضع أمر جلالتكم بإحياء عام عيسى الكبير موضع التنفيذ المباشر والفوري، فقد شرعت وزارة التربية والتعليم في تطوير وتحديث المناهج الدراسية للتوسع في مسيرة وحياة الشيخ عيسى بن علي آل خليفة حاكم البحرين وتوابعها طيب الله ثراه، فضلاً عن التوسع في الدروس والشروحات التي توثق تاريخ مملكة البحرين منذ تأسيس الدولة البحرينية الحديثة عام 1783 على يد الشيخ أحمد الفاتح، ولتعزز بذلك الهوية الوطنية وترسخ معرفة تاريخ مملكة البحرين في قلوب ووجدان الطلاب والطالبات. سيدي جلالة الملك المعظم، تأتي احتفالية ذكرى ميثاق العمل الوطني لهذا العام لتتخذ من شعار عيسى الكبير عنواناً لها وعنصراً أساسياً في فقراتها، ويشارك في هذه الاحتفالية أكثر من 3000 طالب وطالبة من مختلف مدارس مملكة البحرين، كما يتابعها عشرات آلاف الطلبة وأولياء أمورهم. ويمثل حضور جلالتكم ولقائكم الدائم والمستمر بأبنائكم وبناتكم طلاب وطالبات المؤسسات التعليمية خير تكريم ودافع لهم نحو المزيد من الجد والاجتهاد والبذل والعطاء. وفي الختام، نسأل الله جلت قدرته أن يحفظ جلالتكم بحفظه، وأن يمد في عمركم ويسدد على طريق الخير خطاكم، معاهدين جلالتكم بأن نبقى لكم ولهذا الوطن العزيز أوفياء ومخلصين أبداً ما حيينا. ونستأذن جلالتكم حفظكم الله في انطلاق فقرات احتفالية ذكرى ميثاق العمل الوطني في عام عيسى الكبير، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هذا اليوم لا يمكن أن يوصف إلا بيوم الشعب المجيد، وعليه أزف أجمل التحيات وأطيب التمنيات إلى الجميع وإلى أهل البحرين، وأن يحفظ الجميع لما فيه الخير بإذن الله، وكل عام وأنتم بخير.
Then students presented 4 artistic and musical performances produced by the Ministry of Education.
سهلا يصير في عهدكم يا مليك الانتصار. كان جنة في سما العالم زعيم للريادة باختصار. تغرس بأرض الوطن خير وثير، تجني بإنجازها حلو الثمار. طريق لملمع العبيد لانتقار اسمك ضمرنا بافتخار. لا نجمنا
نور افراحنا يضوي بلدنا، وابتدى عرس الوطن في عهد زاهر. ذا مليك قلوبنا هذا حمدنا، اقبل الميثاق من خير وبشاير، من خير وبشاير، من خير وبشاير. نور افراحنا يضوي بلدنا، وابتدى عرس الوطن في عهد زاهر. قلوبنا هذا حمدنا، نقبل الميثاق من خير وبشاير، من خير وبشاير، من خير وبشاير. أقبلوا عن نهج ميثاقه نشدنا، جاه صوت الشعب بالتأييد هادر. كلنا من خلف قايدنا اتحدنا، نعم للميثاق به كلنا نفاخر، به كلنا نفاخر، به كلنا نفاخر. نور أفراحنا يضوي بلدنا، وابتدى عرس الوطن في عهد زاهر. حمدنا من خير وبشاير، من خير وبشاير، من خير وبشاير. صرح عز في شموخه ما وجدنا، شيدا برض الوطن ربانا ماخر. لو حسبنا كل مجد بك صعدنا، ما وصلنا بسيرة الأمجاد آخر، الأمجاد آخر، الأمجاد آخر. فرحنا يضوي بلدنا، وابتدى عرس الوطن في عهد زاهر. بالفكر ميثاقك شهدنا، دايم التعليم بالتطوير عامر، كل يوم فضل دعمك يا سندنا. نحتفل بإنجاز تلو إنجاز باهر، تلو إنجاز باهر، تلو إنجاز باهر. يا مليك صادق يومه وعدنا، بأجمل الأيام فيها العز نادر، كلنا وياك ننعم في سعدنا، كلنا جيشك حمدنا وانت تامر، وانت تامر، وانت تامر بلدنا.
ابن الرشاد. إلهي 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 ليكمل دربي بمجد يشاد. يا حمد يا حمد يا حمد يا حمد لك علينا اليوم دين يا حمد لك علينا اليوم دين الوطن غالي علينا.
عز الوطن انت بيرقنا وتاج الراس يماتنا غنوة في حضن الوطن اعراس. عز الوطن انت بيرقنا وتاج الراس يماتنا غنوة في حضن الوطن اعراس. افرح يا حمد عيد الشعب ميثاق. افرح يا حمد عيد الشعب ميثاق. افرح يا حمد فارس الأمجاد وأنوارنا تضوي كل الوطن أعياد. صرحك حمد شامخ تشهد أسامي باني صروح المجد حمد نوالي. وأنوارنا تضوي صرحك حمد شامخ تشهد أسامي باني صروح المجد حمد نوالي. افرح يا حمد عيد الشعب ميثاق. افرح يا حمد عيد الشعب ميثاق. عيد الشعب ميثاق. عهدك يا حمد عهدك وسلوفه وشوال. افرح يا حمد عيد الشعب ميثاق. عهدك يا حمد وسلوفه وشوال. حمد يا كل الخير يا نبضنا والروح عهد علينا ودين نفديك يغلى الروح. كل الشعب يهتف باسمك حمد ميثاق. كلنا على دربك درب الوطن ميثاق. يا نبضنا والروح كل الشعب يهتف باسمك حمد ميثاق. كلنا على درب الوطن ميثاق. افرح يا حمد عيد الشعب ميثاق. افرح يا حمد عيد الشعب ميثاق. افرح يا حمد عيد الشعب ميثاق. عهدك يا حمد وصلوا وفا وشوال. افرح يا حمد افرح عيد الشعب ميثاق. عهدك يا حمد وصلوا وفا وشوال. يا حمد وصلوا وفا وشوال. المجد حمد نوالي، وانوارنا تضوي صرحك حمد شامخ تشهد اسامي باني صروح المجد حمد نوالي. افرح يا حمد عيد الشعب ميثاق، افرح يا حمد عيد الشعب ميثاق، عيد الشعب ميثاق اهلك يا حمد عهدك وصلوا وفا وشوال. افرح يا حمد عيد الشعب ميثاق اهلك يا حمد وصلوا وفا وشوال. حمد يا كل الخير يا نبضنا والروح، عهد علينا ودين نفديك يغلى الروح. كل الشعب يهتف باسمك حمد ميثاق، كلنا على دربك درب الوطن ميثاق. يا نبضنا والروح كل الشعب يهتف باسمك حمد ميثاق، كلنا على دربك درب الوطن ميثاق. افرح يا حمد عيد الشعب ميثاق، افرح يا حمد عيد الشعب ميثاق، افرح يا حمد عيد الشعب ميثاق اهلك يا حمد وصلوا وفا وشوال. افرح يا حمد افرح عيد الشعب ميثاق اهلك يا حمد وصلوا وفا وشوال. يا حمد وصلوا وفا وشوال.
On this occasion, His Majesty thanked the Ministry of Education for organizing the event and commended all participants marking this cherished national occasion. His Majesty expressed pleasure at the sincere patriotic sentiments evident throughout the ceremony program, which reflect the national values and principles embedded in the ministry's curricula, student activities, and upbringing of generations in Bahrain schools, fostering love and loyalty to the homeland and its leadership. His Majesty commended all those working in the education sector across various eras in the kingdom who contributed to national development, knowledge dissemination, and community enlightenment. This elevated Bahrain to top regional and global ranking and played a key role in its educational achievements.
It was very incredible because the parts was very nice and the kashafa was very good, and thanks.
I'm today so happy. I see the king in my free time, and I was so happy in the crowd. He was so nice, cheering for us.
I was so happy today because I see the king, and I'm so happy because I joined this event.
His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the Sultan of Oman, His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, as part of His Royal Highness's visit to Oman. His Royal Highness highlighted the strength of the partnership between Bahrain and Oman, affirming the kingdom's commitment to advancing cooperation to achieve shared aspirations in line with the visions of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Majesty the Sultan. His Royal Highness conveyed the greetings of His Majesty the King to His Majesty the Sultan, along with His Majesty's best wishes for Oman's continued progress and prosperity. In return, His Majesty the Sultan conveyed his greetings to His Majesty the King and expressed his wishes for Bahrain's continued growth and prosperity. His Royal Highness expressed his pride in the depth of the relations and the progress achieved across various sectors, underscoring the importance of strengthening bilateral cooperation and realize shared aspirations. During the meeting, avenues to advance cooperation across sectors and issues of common interest were discussed. A lunch banquet was then held by His Majesty the Sultan in honor of His Royal Highness and the accompanying Bahraini delegation's visit to Oman. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa departed Oman following a visit during which he met with the Sultan of Oman, His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq. During the meeting, ways to further strengthen bilateral cooperation across various sectors in support of mutual aspirations were discussed. Upon departure, His Royal Highness was bid farewell by the Deputy Prime Minister for Economic Affairs of Oman, His Highness Sayyid Dhi Yazin bin Haytham Al Said, along with several senior officials. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa arrived in Oman and met the Sultan of Oman, His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, as part of efforts to advance Bahrain-Oman relations and further strengthen the long-standing strategic partnership. Upon arrival, His Royal Highness was received by the Deputy Prime Minister for Economic Affairs of Oman, His Highness Sayyid Dhiyazin bin Haytham Al Saeed, along with several senior officials. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa arrived in Bahrain following a visit to Oman. During the visit, His Royal Highness met with the Sultan of Oman, His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq. Upon arrival, His Royal Highness was received by several senior officials. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa departed Bahrain on a visit to Oman. During the visit, His Royal Highness met with the Sultan of Oman, His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq. The meeting reflected the historical ties between the two countries, underpinned by a shared commitment to achieve common goals and aspirations. His Royal Highness was accompanied by a delegation which included Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Minister of Finance and National Economy Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, the Minister of Electricity and Water Affairs Yasser Hamidan, the Minister of Health Dr. Jalila Hassan, the Minister of Cabinet Affairs Hamad bin Faisal Al Malki, the Minister of Industry and Commerce Abdullah Fakhro, the President of the Court of the Crown Prince Sheikh Salman bin Ahmed bin Salman Al Khalifa, the Ambassador of Bahrain to Oman Dr. Jum'a Al Ka'bi, the Advisor for Communication Affairs at the Court of the Crown Prince Isa Al Hammadi, the Policies and Coordination Director General at the Prime Minister's Office, Sheikh Fahad bin Abdurrahman Al Khalifa, the Director General of the Prime Minister's Office, Hamad Al Mahmeed, the CEO of the National Communication Center, Ahmed Khalid Al Arifi, and several senior officials. Upon departure, His Royal Highness was bid farewell by several senior officials. Bahraini-Omani relations enjoy the special care and attention of His Majesty the King and His Majesty the Sultan of Oman, given their shared interest and unity of destiny and purpose. More in this report.
The relations between Bahrain and Oman are deeply rooted in history, dating back thousands of years to when Bahrain was the cradle of the ancient Dilmun civilization and Oman was home to the ancient Majan civilization. Both civilizations contributed to shaping the history of the region, establishing a shared cultural and human heritage that continues to resonate. In the modern era, Bahrain and Oman continue their confident march forward, proud of their development and cultural achievements thanks to the keenness of the leadership of both countries and their determination to consolidate bilateral cooperation for the good and welfare of the two brotherly peoples. The Bahraini-Omani relations have grown and developed over time based on sincere brotherly ties, bonds of mutual harmony, and the commonalities that unite the two countries, from religious and Arab unity and cultural similarities to geographical proximity, which has strengthened communication and integration. These relations have undergone a qualitative shift since the era of His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa and Sultan Qaboos bin Said, as areas of cooperation have expanded to include historical, political, economic, social, and cultural aspects under a vision that has strengthened ties of rapprochement and understanding. Today, His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and his brother, the Sultan of Oman, His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, continue this long-standing fraternal approach by strengthening bilateral relations and raising them to greater heights based on shared principles and harmonious visions in a manner that meets the aspirations of the two peoples and enhances the process of cooperation and sustainable development between the two brotherly countries.
And to speak more on this topic, Chief Reporter at Gulf Daily News, Mohammed Al Ali, gave us the following statement.
The meeting between Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Crown Prince and Prime Minister, and Sultan Haytham bin Tariq reflects more than warm diplomatic ties. It highlights a strategic partnership that is increasingly shaping Bahrain's future economic and development landscape. For Bahrain, this strong relationship opens wide-ranging opportunities across trade, investment, energy cooperation, logistics, tourism, and food security. Oman's expanding ports, industrial zones, and transport corridors complement Bahrain's role as a regional financial and services hub, creating space for joint ventures, cross-border supply chains, and new private sector partnerships. There is also growing potential in renewable energy, downstream industries, and knowledge-based sectors, where cooperation can support Bahrain's economic diversification agenda and attract high-quality investments that generate jobs for Bahraini citizens.
His Majesty the King deputized the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, to honor the winners of the 5th edition of the King Hamad Award for Youth Empowerment to achieve sustainable development goals in the presence of a number of their excellencies and their honors, including ministers and senior officials. His Highness affirmed that the award has become a milestone and a pioneering initiative at the international level, as it is the first award specifically dedicated to empowering youth in the field of achieving SDGs. His Highness noted that His Majesty's support for Bahraini and international youth has contributed to establishing Bahrain as a global model for youth empowerment and enhancing their role in development, praising the support of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister for youth initiatives and ensuring the development of youth talent through various programs. His Highness explained that youth participation in achieving SDGs is a message of renewed hope toward the future. Youth have proven their ability to turn challenges into opportunities and to provide innovative solutions that have a tangible impact at the local and international levels. His Highness expressed appreciation to the United Nations Development Programme for its effective partnership and to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for its continued support, which reflects the integration of national and international efforts in empowering youth. His Highness praised the efforts of the judging panel, praising their commitment to the highest professional standards and their keenness to uphold the principles of integrity, thereby ensuring the credibility of the evaluation process. His Highness reiterated that the award will continue to play its role in promoting youth contributions to sustainable development and empowering them to lead positive change, and wished the winners continued success and an accomplished future for the youth of Bahrain and the world. At the end of the ceremony, His Highness honored the members of the preliminary and high judging panels. The results were also as follows. First, the youth category. The Planet Award for Zain Ali Siddiqui of Pakistan. The Peace Award for Angie Mary Nicodemus Isa of Benin. The People's Award for Oliver Mawalongo of Tanzania. The Prosperity Award for Juan Pierre of Mauritius. Second, Youth Supporters category. The Financial Award for Ashraya Initiative for Children of India. The Institutional Award for Bahrain Credit of Bahrain. The Technical and Digital Award for National University of Science and Technology of Oman. As part of international efforts to empower youth, the King Hamad Award for Youth Empowerment stands out as a global initiative that supports influential youth initiatives and expands their participation in development pathways. More in this report.
In a world of rapid change and growing development challenges, the King Hamad Award for Empowering Youth to Achieve Sustainable Development Goals stands out on the global initiative map, carrying a royal vision that believes youth are the markers of tomorrow, capable of reshaping the paths of human development on more inclusive and sustainable foundations. This vision is based on the firm belief of His Majesty the King in the role of youth in bringing about positive change and shaping a more peaceful, tolerant, and prosperous future, as reflected in the royal patronage of the award. The award was officially launched in 2017 as a global Bahraini initiative in partnership with the UN Development Programme to be the first international award exclusively dedicated to empowering youth to achieve sustainable development goals by honoring influential youth initiatives and entities that support their enabling environments. The award has seen rapid growth in participation and geographical reach over 5 consecutive editions, attracting participants from around the world.
The representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, met with President of the Spanish Football League, La Liga, Javier Tebas, the Director General of the Office of His Majesty's Representative, and Chairman of Strive, Abdullah Zain, also attended the meeting. His Highness highlighted the importance of partnership between the sports and investment sectors, including the ongoing collaboration between Strive and La Liga. His Highness said this partnership supports the growth of football in the Middle East, North Africa and South Asia, while creating new opportunities for sports investment. Tebas expressed his appreciation for meeting His Highness and confirmed La Liga's commitment to expanding cooperation in the region through strategic partnerships and initiatives that promote football and strengthen its institutional and investment presence. Both parties discussed ways to enhance cooperation in sports and youth initiatives and reviewed opportunities to grow strategic partnerships that support the region's sports sector. The representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, attended the conclusion of His Majesty the King's Endurance Cup Festival organized by the Bahrain Royal Equestrian and Endurance Federation at the Bahrain International Endurance Village, in the presence of the Vice President of the Supreme Council for Environment, Deputy Chairman of the REHC High Committee and Member of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, His Highness Sheikh Faisal bin Rashid Al Khalifa. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa expressed pride in the festival's success, affirming that the strong competition among riders and the broad participation reflected the prestigious status of Bahraini endurance races at the regional and international levels. His Highness praised the high technical levels that contributed to the outstanding outcomes of all races, which reflects the development in endurance sports in the kingdom. His Highness crowned the winners, with rider Isa Hamid Al Anizi from Team Victorious taking first place in the 160 km His Majesty the King's International Cup, while rider Mohammed Al Sibai from a KHK team came in second, and rider Faisal Al Anizi from Team Victorious came in third. Omani rider Mohammed Al Fouri took first place in the 120 km race for private Gulf stables, while Rashid Jamal from As-Safinat stables came in second, and Omani rider Azzam Al Blushi came in third.
فزنا أكبر كؤوس العالم، بطولة العالم، وفزنا بطولات والألقاب داخل وخارج المملكة، لكن أغلاها كأس الملك. واليوم وهذه السنة بالذات فيكتوريوس يتوج بكأس سيدي حضرة صاحب الجلالة للجونيور وللسينيور 160. هذا الهدف الأسمى. أنتم تعرفون اليوم يعني عندنا مشاركة كبيرة من أبرز الأسماء الموجودة. الحمد لله حققت الواجب ودخلت الفنش في أحسن حال، والله الحمد على هالأداء. الحمد لله على كل حال. حقيقة تبي الصدق يعني خذيت خطوة للخلف في توجيه الفرسان. يعني أنا أتابع الخيل والتدريب وهذا يوميا عشان أوصل الحصان أو الفرس إلى أفضل حال يوم السباق، لكن يوم السباق خلاص أعطي تعليمات من البداية وأشوف الفرسان كيف يتصرفون، وخاصة أمس في سباق الشباب اللي هو الجونيورز ما أعطيتهم توجيهات كثيرة. أبي أشوف كيف يتحملون المسؤولية، كيف يتعاملون مع العقبات والأمور اللي تصيدهم أثناء السباق. يتعطل واحد، يتأخر عن مجموعة، واحد يتقدم، كيف يتصرفون، لأن احنا نبي نبني هالفترة أبطال. ولله الحمد اليوم حصلنا على مجموعة ونخبة طيبة من الفرسان اللي يقدرون يعني يعتمد عليهم إن شاء الله في المستقبل. اليوم فوزهم في الاسطبلات الخاصة سلطنة عمان يعني أفرحنا جدا، ومشاركتهم معانا ومن جميع الدول الخليجية والاسطبلات الخاصة اللي شاركونا. نبيهم يوعدوننا أن يجونا كل عام ونفرح بشوفهم عندنا.
In line with the directives of the first Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, Chairman of the General Sports Authority and President of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, His Highness's 44.5 kilometer swimming challenge was held yesterday. On this occasion, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa affirmed that this challenge, which the team successfully won, embodies the spirit of determination and perseverance that the people of Bahrain possesses and reflects the advanced position that Bahraini sports have reached thanks to the combined efforts and continuous support, praising the performance of the swimming team participating in this challenge. His Highness emphasized that such initiatives contribute to establishing a culture of challenge and achievement and reinforce the values of teamwork, discipline, and perseverance among young people. His Highness added that challenging sporting initiatives are not only important in terms of competition, but also send a motivational message to the whole community that adopts sports as a way of life, reinforce the concept of physical and mental health, as well as highlighting the kingdom's positive image at the regional and international levels. His Highness emphasized his continued support for such high-quality events given their positive impact on the development of national sports and the refinement of Bahraini athletes' abilities, wishing continued success to all participants in the various challenges ahead. The swimming team, consisting of Abdullah Atiyah and Lu'ay bin Abd al-Wahid Tashkandi, took on the Khalid bin Hamad swimming challenge from the Aziziyah area at Sunset Beach Resort in Saudi Arabia to the Zillag area in Bahrain. The team was received by the CEO of the General Sports Authority, Dr. Abdulrahman Askar, as well as the team completed the challenge in 2 hours, 2 minutes and 22 seconds, covering a distance of 44.5 kilometers due to strong water current. The His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Swim Challenge team, comprised of President of Bahrain Aquatics Federation Abdullah Ali and Vice President of Saudi Swimming Federation Lu'ay Tashkandi, completed a 44.5 kilometer swim from Saudi Arabia to Bahrain in 22 hours, 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Despite strong current, the team was welcomed by General Sports Authority CEO Dr. Abdulrahman Askar. More in this report.
In a challenge that embodies the values of discipline and endurance in open water sports, the His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Swim Challenge marked a significant milestone in long-distance swimming, transforming the vast expanse of the sea into a true test of physical fitness and mental fortitude. As the hours passed, the professional aspect of the performance became evident, demonstrated through adherence to the plan and maintaining a consistent pace that reflected clear, systematic preparation. This event underscores the growing presence of endurance sports in the region, as a discipline requiring specialized training and careful regulatory standards that enhance the level of competition and drive the development of the sport, and highlighting Bahrain as a leading destination for open water events at the regional level.
The chairman of the Shura Council, Ali As-Saleh, chaired the council's weekly session. The council reviewed messages received from the representative speaker regarding the council's conclusion on several draft laws. The council discussed the Services Committee's report on the draft law, approving the system law amending certain provisions of the unified system for extending insurance coverage to GCC citizens residing outside their home countries in any member state of the council. The council decided to take a final vote approving the draft law on urgency and to refer it to the representative speaker for referral to His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister prior to its submission to His Majesty the King. A ceremony was held by the Shura Council on the occasion of the 25th anniversary of the National Action Charter. The chairman of the Shura Council, Ali As-Saleh, affirmed that the National Action Charter late era thanks to the wise vision of His Majesty the King. He also commended the efforts exerted by the government headed by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister in developing plans that achieve sustainable development. He pointed out that the coincidence of the anniversary of the National Action Charter with the royal decree issued by His Majesty the King designating this year as a year of Isa al-Kabir carries national significance for the continuity of the Renaissance and progress in Bahrain. The Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Abdul Latif al-Zayani met with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Kuwait Sheikh Jarrah Jaber al-Ahmed al-Sabah in Munich. The Minister congratulated his Kuwaiti counterpart on his appointment as Minister of Foreign Affairs of Kuwait, wishing him success in his diplomatic duties and praising the deep historical brotherly relations between the two countries and peoples, as well as development and progress witnessed at all levels. They discussed the course of bilateral cooperation and ways to elevate it to broader horizons in light of the high directives of His Majesty the King and His Highness the Emir of Kuwait. The President of the Presidential Leadership Council of Yemen, Dr. Rashad Al-Alaimi, received Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Abdul Latif al-Zayani in Munich. They discussed the fraternal relations between the two brotherly countries and ways to enhance bilateral cooperation in various fields in order to serve the interests of both countries and their brotherly peoples. The meeting also addressed developments in Yemen, the efforts undertaken by the Yemeni government to maintain security and stability, and advanced development efforts, in addition to exchanging views on regional developments and their repercussions for regional security and stability. The Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Abdul Latif al-Zayani met in Munich with the Shadow Foreign Secretary of the UK, Priti Patel. They discussed the distinguished historical relations between Bahrain and the UK, the development and growth witnessed at all levels, and reviewed ways to develop bilateral cooperation in areas of mutual interest. They also exchanged views on the latest regional and international developments and stressed the importance of continuing consultation and coordination to support efforts aimed at enhancing security, stability, and lasting peace in the region, in addition to discussing issues and topics of mutual interest. In a move representing a qualitative leap in the educational journey of Bahrain, Minister of Education Dr. Mohammed Jum'a and Director General of the International Barakah Organization Oli Henningon signed an MOU to begin implementing the International Baccalaureate program in Bahraini public schools starting from the beginning of the next academic year in September 2026. The minister found that implementing the International Baccalaureate program in public schools is a pioneering step and being implemented for the first time. It will begin at the intermediate level, specifically in the second year of intermediate school, known as the middle years program. Upon successful completion of the stage, students will progress to the diploma year, at the end of which they will receive the International Baccalaureate diploma from secondary school. He indicated that the ministry will announce all details related to the commencement of the implementation process and the criteria for evaluating and registering students who meet the program's admission requirements.
I think Bahrain is again showing the way for our nations. We, with the IB, we are very proud and honored to be capable of working together with the Kingdom of Bahrain on making sure that also students with public schools will have access to the internationally recognized IB programs. So it is really something that I think that many other countries will follow. What we have been seeing in other countries, in like Asia, for example, where this has happened, we have seen that it has had a ripple effect on also those schools that have not implemented, but it has kind of had an influence on the pedagogical way, because the IB approach, it's really a kind of a pedagogical approach. It is always based on the local national values, culture, languages, but then brings that inquiry-based approach for critical thinking, for kind of understanding the world at large, to be capable of, from your own values, also to understand other cultures and work together. That's what's often we see happening, and of course teachers are a very central part of it, for them to learn a new pedagogical approach. And then there's the question at how that peer-to-peer collaboration with different teachers is utilized for also those schools that are not in the first row of becoming IB school.
The Labour Fund Tamkeen held a press conference to launch its new strategy for 2026 through 2030 and to highlight the most prominent achievements and funds has accomplished since its establishment 20 years ago, including its key role in supporting the development process. The chief executive of Tamkeen, Maha Abdul Hamid Mufiz, stated that over the past 20 years, the fund has contributed more than 2.6 billion Bahraini dinars to support Bahrain's national economy through direct and indirect financing. She highlighted that Tamkeen has provided over 300,000 opportunities for Bahrain's development and 92,000 opportunities for enterprise growth across various sectors and sizes, in addition to around 920 million Bahraini dinars in total loans and financial support. Mufiz also presented the fund's 2026 to 2030 strategy built around four main priorities. The Deputy Chief Executive for Strategy and Insights, Alia Al-Ali, noted that Tamkeen is preparing to launch the Tamkeen Bahrain app, offering a fully digital experience to improve access to services and enhance user experience. The Deputy Chief Executive for Program Development and Implementation, Khalid Al-Bayat, added that new programs aligned with the updated strategic priorities and labour market needs will be announced soon.
To announce the new strategy for the Labour Fund Tamkeen for 2026-2030. The strategy was approved by our Board of Directors in January this year, and we are excited about the four priorities in this strategy. The first priority is to direct our support and to the areas of the highest return for Bahrainis and the economy. The second area is to look at creating new pathways where we link opportunities to skills development. And the third is us looking at accelerating the growth of the private sector, and especially SMEs. The fourth one is internal, and it looks at our efficiency within the organization and also our financial sustainability.
The Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs announced that the Moon Sighting Committee will convene on the evening of Tuesday to receive testimonies on sighting of the crescent moon, marking the beginning of the holy month of Ramadan from within Bahrain, as well as reports from the Islamic world confirming the start of the month.